What's up? Not in the best mood. Y'all don't care at all. American Horror Story. Let me find my notes. So we find out that the black lady who's supposed to be kind of like Oprah is the black gay's son. I found that just slightly distasteful because it's like, so y'all got two black people to repopulate the whole earth and they mother and son. That's not it. That's not it. I know they said something about, Langdon said something last episode about them having a sanctuary, and I guess there are people there who will be having the children. So maybe there's, another black in there, but Emily don't have a baby with Timothy if she have a baby at all. I feel like if they told her she had to have a baby by anybody else, she would probably lose her full mind because she's just so Romeo and Juliet in love. But whatever. It just rubbed me the wrong way. Y'all couldn't find some more black people. They just, because all they got is gays, olds, crazies, and then two related black people. I don't know. So we find out that the black Oprah, who was that they called? Somebody called somebody the black Oprah one time, and that has stuck with me ever since because Oprah's black. She's the black Oprah because she's black and she's Oprah. But anyway, the black Oprah, we find out she's evil. She's talking to Langdon, and he tells her she got some evil deep down in her, and she looks like she already knew that. So Mallory, on the other hand, we're talking to Mallory, and she gets all worked up in her feelings and lights some stuff on fire. I don't know. But she said it was somebody deep down within her that was, she's trying to suppress, but they're clawing their way out. Long story short, girl, she a witch. We're going to get to it eventually, but that's the long and the short of it. Lesbian Kathy Bates' grandmother, lesbian grandmother Kathy Bates, is a robot, which, I feel like if y'all can make life like robots, they really just, I don't know, I feel like making life like robots and blowing up the earth, like, there could have been steps in between those two things. You done made a robot who didn't even know she was a robot. She had no idea. Like, there are things y'all could have done to stop from having to blow up the whole earth, but whatever, I don't know. I don't even get the point of this apocalypse, I just know it's here. Anyway, she has all these memories and all these emotions, these feelings, and there's a little blonde boy that when she thinks about him, she cries. She don't know why, but she figures she must have lost him, and all of that. She telling Wilhelmina Vegetable all of this carrying on, and it's just like, girl, I'm sorry you turned out to be a robot, but that's just what it is. Like, she looks so devastated to be a robot, and it's like, well, girl, it's good news and bad news. It means that you can get shot and not really die because it's happened. But it also means your life as you knew it is not what you knew it to be. So I don't know. I just don't know. Let's see. So Wilhelmina Vagabond is over everything. She's just like, girl, I'm sick of all you niggas and all your carrying on. And so she hatches this plan to murder everybody. And I'm just like, how rude. How very disrespectful. In the meantime, girl, on the outside, we got a little peek of what's going on. The girls got cancer, they bleed, they got pustules and sores. It look very unhealthy. They out there eating human beings, frying up legs and shooting each other. It was just a mess. One guy pops up. He is Coco's ex-boyfriend that she left for dead. And what I don't understand is they look like they were in the heart of the city. How did he make it out in time not to be blown up? But that's not my business. He done murdered some folks, and he saw a horse and carriage riding to the safe house, I guess, but I don't know how he knew it was a safe house, but that's not my business either. He done hitched himself to the horse and carriage up under the bottom and rode in with the horse. So they opened up the horse and carriage, wasn't nobody in it, but it was a crate of apples. Fresh apples, completely fine, wasn't nothing wrong with the apples at all, they was alright. And so they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, look at these delicious apples. And then Wilhelmina takes it upon herself to decide to poison these apples and kill everybody. So the snakes that I guess everybody was going to chop up and eat to begin with, like, was she trying to kill them when she cooked the snake stew? It just didn't make sense. But anyway, they take some snakes, get their venom injected into the apples. Now we're going to have a party. So we down here having a party. And they see these apples. Everybody's excited. Everybody going to bob for apples. It's going to be a good time. But we got to wait till everybody gets here because Wilhelmina wants everybody to die at once. And I'm just like, I mean, I see where you're going with wanting them to die at once. But everybody has different metabolisms. Everybody has different processing systems as far as poison. Some people are completely and totally immune to snake bites. So you're running a risk either way. But anyway, long story short, girl, they bob for apples. And is this something I need to say in between now and then? Lesbian grandmother Kathy Bates wants them to go out on the road. I'm tired of everybody saying, well, let's just take our risks outside. Y'all should have been doing that the whole time if that's what you was going to do. Y'all have been in here for nearly 2 years together. And now all of a sudden let's just take our risk outside. You could have been did that. Nobody got time for this foolishness. Anyway. Let's see. The blonde young man, whom I still don't know his name, and he gets on my nerves, but whatever. I saw his roots growing out this week, and I'm just like, where is he getting his hair care products? Did he just pack bleach with him? Did he just bring it with him? How much did he bring? As someone who bleaches her hair, but I have a lot more hair than him, but you have to touch up your roots regularly, so it's still, you end up using a lot of bleach. How much bleach did he bring? I just don't understand. Anyway, long story longer. He misses grandmama, and I'm like, well, you hated her, so I don't understand where we're getting the I miss her. We're doing I miss you, old friend, and it just doesn't make sense because you hated her, and she hated you. I don't get it. Like, there are people in this life that I slightly don't like, don't even fully hate, and I don't miss, but I have a hard time missing people. I don't miss people, so there's that. Anyway, let's see. The song changes. Now I'm gonna drive extra slow just because. How's that make you feel? And I'm gonna look at you. Be mad. Like, girl, it's not that deep. The traffic just slowed down. You ain't got nowhere to be like that because the hospital's the opposite direction. So it ain't no emergency. Anyway, I don't know. The song changes. Then we at the party, and while we at the party, it's a masquerade ball. I don't know where Coco's man got a costume from, but he got a costume. He danced with her. He pulls the mask off. It's her. Him. Hold on. So the boyfriend stabs Coco in the forehead and kills her, basically for leaving him dead. And it didn't affect me at all because Coco got on my nerves. Let's see. Thank you. It took them like forever to give me these fries. They better be hot. Let me grab one and see. Yeah, they hot. Anywho, so the folks eat the apples. Girl, what are you doing? The folks eat the apples, and immediately start convulsing, vomiting, and I'm like, y'all been eating cubes for 24 months. Where y'all get all that throw up from? How did your body have that much, unless their organs were liquefying and coming out of their body? It just didn't make sense for them to be throwing up that much. It was a lot. It was actually what I would like to call far too much. So anyway, let's see. So Wilhelmina decides she's gonna kill Langdon, she decides that she's gonna have robot Kathy Bates kill Langdon. Come on, sis, so I get out here too. Thanks. An avocado, thanks. Yeah, but anyway, Langdon controls Kathy Bates, has her shoot Wilhelmina, and then they, reunite, and Langdon lets her know that I created you in the image of one of my faves, and they hug. It's revolutionary. Everything is love, Beyonce and Jay-Z. And I'm just like, I need more pieces and more parts. Anyway, girl, so we having a moment. Everything look like it's kind of wrapping up. Everybody dead. It's like, where do we go from here? And then you see in the shadows, in the silhouette, in the dark, you see 3 bad bitches walking up the block. And obviously we can see that it was the witches because we know Cornelia's shape. And we see her and we say, that's Cornelia Fox. It was Cornelia. Is her name Madison? And, I can't think of the redhead's name right now. It was the 3 of them, honey. 2 of them had died previous, but so they come in, girl, and they bust up in the function. Why is this man on a... There is a man on a scooter. He's on it's a tricycle. What is he doing? He's just making his way. All right, well, get there when you can. Anyway, so yeah, they bust up in the spot, girl, and Cornelia says, find our sisters. So the other 2 go, they pull the girls in, they all laying side by side. It is Coco, which, girl, I wanted her dead. Not play dead, I wanted her dead. But she here. So it's Coco, it's Mallory, who we know was Coco's assistant, and Black Oprah. And Cornelia gives them a quick little breath of life, a little, come on back. They come on back, girl. They sit up. And I'm just like, I really, really thought that Emily was going to be one of the witches. If they was going to bring in, an element of these girls here are witches. I thought it was going to be Emily, because, I don't know. I feel like in Coven, they kind of made it where if you're just now finding out you're a witch, you're young. And Black Oprah ain't young. Coco really ain't that young. Like, Mallory looked like she was in the age group to be finding out, oh, I'm a witch. That's why these things have been going on. But whatever, they ain't my business. Anyway, girl, they wake them up, and Madison leans down and gives a good old-fashioned surprise bitch. Uh-oh. You get out the way here. They're on the whole other side, but you never know when they'll have to jump the embankment. Anyway, hold on, I'm under this tunnel, girl. It gets loud. But yeah. So they wake up, girl, and Madison gives, surprise bitch. I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me. And I screamed. I told y'all that's the most iconic thing that I can think of from American Horror Story. It's like, you think of American Horror Story and you think of an iconic moment. It's going to be, all the iconic moments to me come from Coven. From when sis with the red hair that was on the stake, she was getting burnt up and she hollered out, Balenciaga. That's what I would say if I was getting killed. Or Mugler. Like one of the Saint Laurent, something. Surprise bitch. Like, that was a moment. Misty Day in and of herself, her whole being was just a moment. It was a moment. Stevie Nicks. Like, when you think of American Horror Story and you think of moments, like, that was that moment. And the last scene in Asylum, I'm not gonna spoil it for those of you who haven't seen it, but the last scene in Asylum, it's like, oh, you be shook. Like, I can't believe she just did that. So yeah, the earlier American Horror Story seasons have the iconic moments. Don't nobody care about Monster House but me, I guess. It was one of my favorites, but anyway. And then when you get to Coven, you get Angela Bassett and Kathy Bates, and they was dueling it out. Honey, revolutionary. Truly revolutionary. Anyway, so yeah, it just kind of went off there. We're going to pick up next week with whatever goes on, but that was American Horror Story. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I know ain't nobody watching this, so it don't really matter, and I see y'all in whatever. I see, why?